Hello, my dear, from wherever you're currently watching from. Same place, different time. And today I wanted to share a very vulnerable moment with you. For those of you who have followed this channel from the beginning, you will remember that there was one video in which I mentioned that I'm working on something in the background. Well, that something in the background was quitting my job and becoming an independent social worker. And once I started that process, I felt called to share my experiences with you guys and with you specifically. My intention is that through this channel, we can connect in a very honest way. And I was always trying to, throughout the different challenges, to find the beauty that I can share with you, to make you feel empowered, and to let you know you're not alone. So today, my message will be slightly in a different tone than usual. If you have watched my video of yesterday, I was telling you that I went to a massage. And I already felt that it was a good idea to release blockages, old habits, old belief systems, especially around this time where I'm currently facing a lot of unknown thoughts, places, environments. And through that process of release, I was receiving a massage yesterday, and that on a very physical level has left me in very strong pain afterwards. Today when I woke up, my lower back was hurting so much that it was hard for me to get out of bed and to even move. And throughout today, I find myself searching for videos around releasing back pain and exercises I can do. And I came to the conclusion that this pain that I'm currently feeling is related to this vulnerability that I'm currently experiencing. Because the pain not only is manifesting itself in my lower back, but also in my leg. And so no matter what I do, even if I sit, even right now I can feel it. When I walk, when I turn, it makes me feel so much aware of my movements and the quick or slow way that I'm moving, that I'm so much focused on this. I'm so sensible that this pain reminds me of my vulnerability. as of right now. And I believe that this vulnerability is asking to be seen and is asking to be acknowledged. Opening up to you right now is part of that. And by doing so, I release the fear of judgment. I release the fear of not knowing where this path will lead me. But what I truly know is that through sharing this experience with you, there is a deeper truth underlying all of that. And I believe that pain is very much kind of accumulation of fears and worries that we are not acknowledging. And so it manifests in our physical bodies by providing the information of pain to let us know that there is something that we need to focus on more deeply. And today, while I was doing the exercises for my back, there were moments where I felt that the pain was getting smaller, that it wasn't so present. And it was in those moments where I could release not only the pain, but also through tears, because it was just a relief. And so, especially I believe that with the back pain, there's a lot that gets stuck. There's a lot that, we can feel it through the tensions of our muscles, our hips. And so what I wanted to share with you today, besides opening up and allowing myself to be vulnerable and a little bit uncomfortable at the same time, I believe that once we listen to what our bodies are telling us, we can then have the chance to release. And believe it or not, crying has actually helped me more than the exercises. Because once I could release that fear of vulnerability, for not knowing, I could also learn to forgive myself along that process. And that message of pain has brought kind of a cleansing too. So I'm still in this process, and I want you to know that pain itself is something we can learn from. It is the language of our bodies speaking to us. And by listening to that, it becomes easier. And so I'm not sure what your takeout will be out of this message today. I just know that, at least for me right now, it is highly correlating with this new phase of my life. And through that phase, surrender is a process. To be okay not to know what will happen. And I guess that was my message for this video today. I believe also that, wherever there is light, there is a shadow. And through the light, we can see shadows. You know that for little children, when you play with them and you do like those figures on the wall with your hands, it becomes very clear that the shadow can only be seen once you put the light on it. And that shadow part that can be seen on the wall through projecting and changing the position of your hand, you can also make it bigger or smaller. And so I believe that sometimes those shadows that we're facing, they seem very big. And pain, physical pain, can seem very big too. But if we can feel and truly go to the root of it, and therefore see the emotional correlation that it brings to us, it's not that big anymore. So we're all in this together, on this journey of life. And strangely enough, since I'm going through that process by myself right now, I'm very grateful to be able to share that with you. And also I noticed that a lot of other people, new founders as well, just like me, they're experiencing really similar things right now. And I do believe that especially the lower back, where the energy flows, it's more than stress. It can be also sometimes the indication of transformation. And that in itself can be very uncomfortable if you think about it. I believe that a butterfly in a cocoon, before it really gets out and spread their wings, it must be really uncomfortable to imagine such a big butterfly with their wings inside that small little cocoon where it's dark. The butterfly doesn't know what will happen on the other side of the wall of the cocoon. But however, there is this moment of breaking out of it. And so looking at pain through the eyes of transformation, it's a natural process too. And just because it's painful, it doesn't mean that it can be something beautiful too. Which is why it took me some courage to share that experience with you. But I believe that there is something in it that might be helpful for you too. So getting back to some exercises right now. And talk to you in the next one. I appreciate you and your support.